What's up, guys? I'm here at Jack Hanania Chevrolet with this brand new and refreshed 2025 Chevy Suburban. This is the High Country, which is the most luxurious, the most expensive trim level. And today I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to check it out from the exterior, see what's changed from the previous model year, as well as the interior capacities and the test drive. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. And now let's get back to this. Few fun facts about this vehicle. The Suburban is the longest running nameplate in automotive industry. It was first introduced in 1935, so 90 years ago when the first Suburban was introduced, and now we have this newest generation. Now it's also the only vehicle in its class and the category that's available with the V8, not one but two different V8 engine choices as well as a diesel. Now we have the most powerful in this one, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit, and it's also the most popular one. So Chevy, between the Tahoe and the Suburban, own almost 40% of the market as far as the large family SUVs, and then the GMC and the Cadillac even add on top of that. So it's a very popular vehicle. Let's take a look and see what's changed for 2025. And of course, the most obvious thing that's changed as far as the exterior of it are the lights. So you can see the redesigned turn signals, daytime running lamps, and headlamps that are all LEDs, of course. Now, on this particular trim, we also have the LED fog lamps right here at the bottom. And this being the top of the line trim, High Country, the most luxurious one, has a lot of bright chrome on it. Now, this is in combination with that shiny black right here. In the front, a huge Chevy bow tie underneath which you'll find the front-facing camera, bunch of sensors underneath. And let's see the most powerful engine option on the Suburban, and that is the 6.2-liter Ecotec V8 engine that produces 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque, made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. This is a standard engine on the High Country. It's optional on several other trims. It's also the engine that the GMC uses on their Yukons and Cadillac on the Escalade. So 6.1 seconds, 0 to 60. That's an approximate number. What else we have here? We have the hood struts that hold this hood nice and tall, some sound insulation, and I'm definitely going to check out and share my experiences as far as the quietness of the cabin. And then while we have some changes in the front, the side profile hasn't changed at all. Now it still looks really good, like a proper SUV should. Now this is 225 inches long. It's a huge vehicle with over 134 inches for wheelbase, 81 inches in width, and we have about 75 inches as far as the height. Now, just to give you a perspective, this vehicle sits on 24-inch wheels, and look how small they look in comparison to the size of it. Now, I'm not sure what you think about the design. Let me know in the comment section below. Now, the size of the tires, 285 by 40 on 24-inch rims. This is a High Country model, so we have a lot of bright chrome, including the badge on the side, the Suburban that's spelled out. You have the dual color mirrors with the side-facing camera with the blind spot assist that's built in here at the bottom of the windows. We have some chrome accents. Everything else is blacked out. And we also have some chrome around the door handles, and you have the push button to lock or unlock. As long as the key's somewhere on, you can do that on all four doors. Also, when you open up the door, we have the power side steps that helps you get inside this pretty tall vehicle. And overall, let's take a look and see what's going on right here in the back, because there we have some changes here as well, including the turn signals. Now we have the sequential turn signals. You can see everything is LED inside of this smoked glass. They have the shiny black trim across the entire vehicle, Suburban spelled out. We have the Chevy bow tie down underneath. You have two dual exhaust, and we also have a tow hitch. Now this vehicle is capable of towing about 7,900 pounds. We also have two cameras, one for the mirror and one the rear view camera, and you can open the top portion of the gate, just the glass by itself, or you can open the whole gate. So if it's easier for you just to throw something in here, you can do that. And if you want to open up the entire gate, press the button on the remote twice, and the gate opens up, revealing over 42 cubic feet of cargo space. That's behind the third row seats. That's more than double what you get on the regular midsize SUV. So if you have a large family or carry a lot of luggage, this is definitely a vehicle to get. Now in this high country trim, we have the power folding third row seats. So let's push it, let them fall down. And that's going to go to about 40, actually that's going to go to about 90 cubic feet of space. And you also have the ability to fold down the middle row seats. And that's going to give you 145 cubic feet of cargo space. So you can literally move like a one-bedroom apartment with your Suburban if you had one. What else we have? On the side here, we have the regular household power outlet. And underneath here, we have some space to throw some stuff to keep it from people's eyes, basically underneath here. The third row passengers will have their own cup holders, as well as the USB Type-C chargers. And on top, they have their own vents and light as well. And I'm definitely going to check out how much room there is in the third row seat, as it seems to be enough to have a party in there. Now let's see what's going on in the passenger compartment. Starting with this rear door panel, we have some leather trimming, some wood and polished aluminum trim. We have the lock, unlock, Bose stereo, more storage inside of the door and right there on the door. So we have the high country. As I mentioned before, we have the power side step. That's going to help you or your kids get inside this vehicle. Now, the seats are adjustable. Of course, we have the back and forth from the front handle, and also you can basically tumble the seat forward if you pull it twice on it to allow you to get into the third row seat. So let's do that. Okay. And it's easy. It's not power, but it's not going to fail if the power is out either. So let's see how much room we have there. And let's see how it is getting in the third row seat. So using the side step, really easy to get in. Now, plenty of headroom, plenty of shoulder room for 3 people here. This seat, I moved all the way back just to see if I'm even going to be able to fit in, being almost 6 feet tall. Behind it, it's close, but I'm not touching. I have about an inch in front of my knees before I would hit this seat. And this seat can definitely be adjusted, move forward by about an inch or so, even for taller people. So no shortage of room here. Easy to get in and out. You can fold the seat up as such, move it up. But if you wanted to get out of this vehicle, you simply push the button on the side, boom, and you can use it to flip it up like this. Now you can get out. And as far as the middle row seats, that's not even a question. Look at this, guys. Easy to get in. Plenty of headroom, shoulder room, knee room. Whatever you need, it has it here. Even for a very, very tall person, that wouldn't be an issue. Now the seat can be adjusted. Of course, it can be reclined. It can be moved forward. It can be moved back. If you wanted to give more room to the rear passengers, I can move it by about a few inches and still have plenty of room here. Let's check out the rest of this interior. So let's take a look at the seats. Those are real leather seating surfaces. Mocha is the color with some black accents of it. We have perforations in the middle, contrast stitchings on the side. Really good looking seats. As far as the floor here at the bottom, I have the flat floor surface with the huge pass-through right in the middle of the captain chairs. In the back, you also have your own climate control. So you have the tri-zone climate control separate for the back and 2 zones in the front. We have 2 USB Type-C chargers, heated seats right in the middle row seat, and the cup holders in the back as well. Now up on top, not sure if you're going to be able to see that later on, but we have this huge panoramic sunroof. You have your own vents there as well. So in case you were looking to see where they're at, they're right on top. And down here in this console as well, we have the regular household power outlet. Well, let's see what's going on where the magic happens. And that, of course, is where the driver is. So let's take a look and see what's going on, starting with this front door panel, which is basically the same as in the back, with the addition to 2 memory seat settings, window mirror lock controls, huge Bose speaker, and then we have some storage in there as well. High country on the door sill, and then we have multiple adjustments for the seats. Now, I don't think it has the massaging seats like you'll find on the Cadillac, but I like High Country embroidered right here in this headrest, and the similar design as we see on the back. Of course, a little bit more profiled as far as the seats, but nice and wide as well. Now we have a bunch of buttons on the left hand side of the steering wheel. Let's go through them and see what it is. So we have the 360 camera, parking sensors, automatic start stop feature that you can turn off or on. We have the lane keep assist, parking sensor, hill descent assist, traction control off, electronic parking brake. Now this is your control for your four-wheel drive, high, low, too high, auto. Now this is also your control for the height of the vehicle, and then we have the dimmer and the light controls, and also your trailer or towing brake control. Now the steering wheel, we have the tilt and telescoping. This is power adjustment. And then let's take a look and see what else is going on here. Now let's listen to the sound of the closing door. Boom, that's pretty solid. Actually, let's see what's going on here. Steering wheel, decent size, thick. We have some stitching on the inside. That's a good feel to the touch. You know, it's a pretty light steering. I'm going to check it out while driving. But what do we have on the left-hand side? We have the cruise control settings. We have the adaptive cruise control settings. You can, well, first shift to drive and put it in the low range if you wanted to. On the right-hand side, we have the voice control. We have the heated steering wheel. We have different adjustments as far as the volume, as far as the music, the sources. High Country at the bottom here. We have the Chevy bow tie in the middle. In the back, we have the pedal shifters, and you also have the volume control on the right-hand side. As you can see, the volume can be controlled back here, goes up and down, and you can control different sources here. So now this is 11-inch screen, and see how reflective it is. You can see me through it, especially with my red shirt. It's really, really visible. So I apologize for the distraction. Well, let's see what's going on in here. So in the middle right now, we have the miles per hour, we have the tachometer, speedometer, but you can actually change that to the more traditional display. Oh, that would drive me crazy. I can see myself in this. So on the right-hand side, tachometer, left-hand side, speedometer, we have the oil temperature, and then we have the temperature of the transmission, low as far as the gas. We're in two-wheel drive, and then it shows you who's not wearing the seatbelts, including myself. 73 degrees outside, and we're facing west. Other adjustments that are available in here, you can put the navigation inside of here and put the dynamic cruise control. So you can have some customizations in here, and this is like basically understated as far as the display. Go back to the one we started with. This would probably be my favorite one. You also have a head-up display, this big unit right here. Kind of get it in the way, but it displays it right there. You can see 0 miles per hour right now, and underneath that you see that it's traffic sign recognition. So 11.1 inches, 17 inches as far as the screen in here. This is a Google-based infotainment system. You don't like it, there's a power button, and then you can basically have just the clock and the date in here. So you can mute it. This is your power button, volume button. The power button actually is right here. And turn this off, or double tap the display to turn it back on. Hit OK. We're going to stay in the demo mode just to see what's going on. So vehicle status. Let's see what that's going to show us. Maintenance gauges and trip. As far as the gauges, coolant temperature, battery voltage, oil temperature, oil pressure, transmission flow temperature. It's kind of interesting because unlike the old Tahoes and Suburban, they were all like right up on top of the display. So they moved it into the middle here, but they're still here as far as the gauges. Home screen, My Chevrolet, Google Assistant, Play Store. Probably Google's going to turn on. So you can download your favorite apps. This is a Google-based infotainment system. We have the camera, that's important. Let's see what's going on. So it takes up about 2/3 of the screen. We have the overhead camera, side hitch camera for towing. Okay, front view camera, rear view camera, and then different settings. So vehicle trailering or off as far as the guidelines. I actually turn that on. How do you turn that on? I think you have to put it in reverse. Well, the guidelines are here, and they're active. So we have the active trajectory lines. And you can adjust the camera settings right here as well. I'll put it back in park. It's, by the way, where you switch the gears and show you that. Settings, auto park assist, climate control. Okay, the shortcuts to the climate control is going to stay on all the time. This is your main climate control settings. This is for the front seats. As you can see, you can switch it to the back seats as well and control what's going on there. So you have the dual zone in the front, single zone in the back, tri-zone climate control. Heated and ventilated seats. As you can see, you can adjust your fan speed, temperature, the vents that the air is coming out of, so there's a lot of adjustments in here that you can do. What else is available? Google Maps. Okay, we can open Maps. This is the first time anybody done it, so it takes a bit of time. Review privacy settings and go next and go to Map. And here it is. If you're a Google user, you're gonna love it. They're very accurate. As you can see, the traffic is even there. So all the yellows and reds indicate the traffic in here, and greens is wide open road. As far as other settings, we have the child safety locks, head-up display. You can adjust the brightness, height, rotation. Camera, we already been here. Auto park assist. And go back to the home screen and see what else is going on. Wi-Fi hotspot. Audio, AM, FM, Sirius XM, which I know some of the manufacturers are going away with Sirius XM. They still have it on the Google-based infotainment system, so that's a plus. You can also listen through the Bluetooth, Google News, Alexa, USB, different podcasts. You can download your favorite apps from Google Store and have that as well. So podcast controls, news. Okay, we've been here before. It's pretty much your infotainment system. I like this trim right here. This is real wood. Now, as far as the control, you can do it several different ways. As you can see, you can do it through here, or you can basically twist the knob and adjust your favorite temperature. And then you can also adjust your settings with the regular buttons at the bottom. A lot of manufacturers just take out these completely and move them into the screen. Oh, I'm kind of glad that Chevy did it. That's easier. High country, that's the trim that we're in. So more luxurious. As you can see, we have some leather wrappings in here. We have some contrast stitching. Up here in the front, we have the wireless charger, USB Type A, USB Type C. Okay, we have cup holders, and you have the armrest that opens up, the console in the middle. Now, I was going to complain about the mirror because Chevy's using the tiniest mirror, but it is a digital mirror, so you can turn this on. You can see this nice Corvette behind us. You can leave it on and basically don't worry about not seeing anybody because of the seats or somebody in the back blocking your view. So you can turn it back on. Now, these are adjustments as far as the brightness. Okay. Up here, we have the OnStar SOS button. Okay, you can fold down the seats through here. And this is for the third row seats. Okay, you can see that. Well, see that fall down from here, so you don't have to get out of the car to do that. That's also where you open your rear hatch. And this is pretty cool too. Yes, I haven't showed you this. This is for your center console. Look at this. Moves all the way back. So you can put stuff behind it. That also gets the cup holders close to the rear passengers. All right. So that's what's going on up here. Slide for the roof, tilt for the roof. Or you can open up just the cover. All right. Lets a lot of light inside the cabin. Slide it open. Get some air in it too. This is it. That's what's going on up here. As far as the mirrors, visors, the illuminated mirrors. Really nice. Big vehicle. Well, let's talk about pricing. This is the most expensive SUV that Chevy offers, but it doesn't start as high as this particular one. This one is in the mid-90s. We're going to talk about this in just a little bit, but the LS starts at $63,995 if you opted it for the two-wheel drive base model. Standard engine on that one is 5.3-liter V8, $3,000 more for the four-wheel drive. LT two-wheel drive at $66,995. Again, 5.3-liter engine. There's two other engine options that you can change on this. You can change it to the Duramax diesel or stay with the 5.3 V8. The RST two-wheel drive starts at $71,995, and this one you can opt in for either of the available engines. So the Duramax diesels, the 5.3 V8 or the 6.2 liter V8. Premier two-wheel drive $78,595. High Country two-wheel drive starts at $83,695, and that's also available the 6.2 liter V8. That's a standard engine. On this one you can also opt it in with the 3 liter Duramax engine. If you go for the four-wheel drive on the High Country, you're gonna get $86,695 as a base price, and we can go up from there. Now this particular one, $94,750 is the total price of this vehicle. It has a few options added onto it, and I'm going to list all of them in the description of this video. I'm sitting really high, so I'm going to adjust my position and take it for a spin. So is it expensive? Well, I got to tell you, my first condominium wasn't much more than this, and it had 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and this one you can't even sleep in. So yes, it's an expensive vehicle. Everything went up in prices by quite a bit, but it's still not as expensive as far as the price, as far as the GMC Yukon, as far as the Cadillac Escalade. Those are over $100,000 if you're looking at the top of the line trim, and the Cadillacs can go up to $150,000, which is a lot of money. Now, of course, you're gonna get more goodies than you get on this High Country trim. But if you don't really care for this, you can opt in for the regular LS, maybe LT. I think it would be a sweet spot for a lot of people, and still be in the 70s versus 90s. And of course, one of the biggest differences between this and the lower trim levels is the standard 6.2 liter V8, which is basically the same engine as you get on the Cadillac Escalade. 420 horsepower. It's really nice. It's smooth. It's quiet. This vehicle also has the magnetic ride control, which is a completely different suspension that you get on the lower trim levels that basically floats. It's very, very comfortable as far as driving it, and yet it is a large vehicle. You can't hide the size of it and the weight of it. So it's going to be a little bit boaty, but we're going to check that out as well. So what competes in the same category? We have the Ford Expedition and we have the Jeep Wagoneer, not the Grand Wagoneer. Now both the Ford and the Wagoneer are now, for this year, available only with the 6-cylinder engine, V6 in the Ford, and the Hurricane inline 6-cylinder on the Wagoneer. Now the new CEO of Stellantis, or Chrysler, same company, right? They came out and say, hey, we're going to be bringing V8s back. I guess a lot of people wanted the V8s back, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see, the 8-cylinder engine from Chrysler. I don't think Ford has any intentions of bringing V8s back into their Expeditions, but there's advantages of disadvantage. Of course, the smoothness of this engine is incredible. It's a very finely tuned engine, super quiet. The quality of ride is awesome, but as far as the gas mileage, we have 16 as far as average gas mileage. And check out the quick acceleration on it. We're at 0. Let's go. There's probably a whirlpool in the back, but 45, 50 miles per hour. No problems here whatsoever. So nice quick acceleration. As far as the suspension, it feels a little boaty, but not bad. That's why, because it's a magnetic ride suspension. It adjusts accordingly to the terrain that you're going on. So, just keep that in mind. Very nice overall. Super impressed with the ride quality of it. One thing that we definitely need to check out is the turning radius. This is a large vehicle, and a lot of moms are going to buy it, or a lot of dads are going to buy it for the mom because they think it's the best vehicle out there, right? So let's see, as far as the turning radius, we're going to go a little bit off the beaten path in here, and this is 24 inch, which was by 225 inches long. Okay, and let's see how fast we can turn around. Okay, so considering the size, now you got to make sure that you have enough spaces to turn it around, because it's not going to be as nimble as, you know, a smaller or mid-size SUV. But, you know, it's not bad considering the size of this vehicle. And the steering feels really good. It has some weight to it, yet it's not very light. Just you just kind of forget that you're steering with it. So yeah, so we have that. And this is the 2025 Chevrolet Suburban High Country, guys. I hope this video is helpful, and I hope you learned one or two things about this brand new Suburban. And if you did, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.